can I ask a follow-up question, Cherif?
Yes, sir. Please do.
Yeah. So, just on that same question, on the same note, right? So recently I was talking to one of these brokers, right? And, the price that they're asking for, it's like more than double, right? So at which point, even if I flinch, if I play the flinch game, right? Yes. I'm pretty sure it's not going to work out because, just to give you some examples on the numbers, right? So there's a Steak and Shake restaurant which recently closed down near my area. And according to the comms that I did my due diligence, it is supposed to be around 600,000 to 800,000, right? That's that's the number that I have in my mind. But their asking price is like 2.3, 2.4 million, which is like astoundingly high. At which point I'm kind of losing, the momentum, or at that point I don't even know how to even approach or ask these brokers. Even the brokers know that the numbers are too high, but still it looks like the buildings are owned by Steak and Shake, and those are the numbers that they're looking for. So should we just ignore that property and move on, or
no? No, never ignore it. Just make the offer that you think is fair and leave them. Okay. We're a real estate fund. We did our calculation. We love these type of properties. We're serious. We close fast. We close all cash. We don't even need appraisal because Mr. So-and-so or Mrs. So-and-so, it's not going to appraise at that. It's a vacant building in an interest rate market that's 6.5% to 7%. So realistically, our best offer is 600. You want to come back? Realistically, would love for you to represent us. We're a real estate fund. They can check me out anytime.
Yes. Yeah, I gave that information, Cherif. And one more follow-up question, right? Sorry. You mentioned there's another option to lease, right? Can you just describe that one more time, please? How does that work?
So the way I approach them to bring them to reality, I say, okay, what if I do a lease with an option to buy? So I put enough option money for you to get your commission, you see, and then I have a lease. What would the lease be? Because now they have to give me a real lease price. And they're going to say, the lease is, let's say, $8,000 a month. And you say, so that property makes less than 100,000 and you want to sell it at 2.4 million. Wait, the numbers don't make sense. You see my point? That's the reason I'd approach it that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if the brokers lie about those numbers, is there a chance?
If the broker lies, no, because I asked them for proof of comparable rent.
Okay. Even I asked some brokers for the comms, the rental and lease comms, Cherif, and they said they don't have it.
This guy is good. This guy doesn't have anything, but he wants the most. Well, ask him, where can we get them? Can you talk to somebody who has them? We're serious. We want to move forward.
Okay.
Remember that sometimes, every now and then, the broker, all they do is represent a seller who may be unrealistic. So you can tell right away from the way the broker is being abrupt and brief. Because the broker can only make money when a property sells. If a property sells at 200,000 more or 200,000 less, it's such a small difference for them. Maybe the difference may be 5 to 10,000 versus a 30,000 commission or 50,000. They prefer the money today than tomorrow. So I try to build rapport with them and then see how it's going to be. And then maybe they open up.
Okay.
And in today's market, it's good to leave them with a price and tell them, come back to me if possible, because people are not going to go crazy doing this, because I'm going to tell you the main reason. Our competition for single tenant buildings and any building right now in the market is the person who's going to come in to do construction work and to own the building for a while. Well, construction is very expensive today. Don't forget, inflation was 9% just last year. So these people are going to actually get lowballed, like the broker and the owner of the are going to get lowballed, and they may come back to you because they're going to say, well, if we're going to sell it at a discount, let's go back to Sriram, because Sriram said it's an all cash offer and they're going to move rather quicker than the other people.
Got it. Okay. Thank you, Cherif.
You're welcome.
All right. Follow-up question that Manjot had when you were talking about the QSRs selling the most. She said the owners don't actually own the building, correct, for Chick-fil-A corporate?
The actual owners of the space,
yes.
They actually own just the franchise. So we get the building, we lease it to them. Like this gentleman, the student I have that is netting around 1.5 million, working his heart out. His wife works with him, etc. They don't own the building. I even told him, I said, I don't understand, why don't you own the building? He said, we have this location, it's a cash cow, but the owner doesn't want to sell it. We pay on time. They know the property makes, they're happy living with the lease, they will not sell. So what do you do at that point? In my opinion, it's better to overpay for something good than to underpay for nothing. So I mean, I told him I would overpay slightly and keep the property so you can control your future, because Chick-fil-A is going nowhere. Heck, we eat chicken all day long, unless you're a vegan. Okay.
All right.
Mostly they don't own the franchise.